Hello everyone, this is going to be a 4BLD walkthrough solve. So let's get on with the scramble. The scramble will be up in on the screen. So let me just scramble it up. So once suppose we have the scramble done and I just pick up the cube, first I have to look for bars, as in 4BLD I have to look for. So my orientation, as you must have predicted, is yellow on top and orange on front. So this is the orientation that I'll pick. So if I have the cube like this, I do a z prime and x and I get the cube like this and I start memoing. So I'll just say what my memo order is. My memo order is I start with the wings, I trace all the wings. I one pass the wings. Maybe sometimes I just do a casual revision if the wings are hard. Then what I do is I do the corners and then I do the X centers. Okay, now before starting the tracing and the memo, I'll just discuss my buffers. My buffer for the corner is UFR. The buffer for the edge is UF smaller, and the buffer for my X center is UBR. Okay, so yeah, let's start tracing the edges. From the UFR buffer, I have I going to Q, and from Q going to R, and then going to M. So as you know, my lettering scheme is quite different, and maybe I'll link it up here. My lettering scheme is quite different from SPEF's. So is most of the things with me, the orientation and lettering schemes. But okay, just for the video's sake, you can try and follow me and believe that okay, this is I for me. So I, Q, R, M. Then I have the next letter code is V, D, and B, T. So I have IQ of Ram, and then we have a word bet. So I'll just see, okay, IQ of Ram. So he's in a spelling bee contest and he's just making a word bet. Then I have G, H, and then I have N, U. So Ghanu is some kind of Hindi name, a nickname you can try and give to a people. And now I have K, S, J, O. So it's like Khasjo. So it's like it's another word in Gujarati which means to move aside. So Khasjo. And then I have L, F. Then I have X, P. So it's like leaf extract. And lastly I have AC, and this is my buffer. So it will be solved. So let's go through the Dej Momo again. It's IQ Ram, word bet, Ghanu, Khasjo, and after Khasjo I have um, Khasjo, and then leaf extract, air condition. So yeah, after that I trace my corners. So I have from here S, J, HF. So sage half. So half of the sage is shown to me in my mind's eye. Then I have RX. Then again here ET, cycle break, and then PC. So I'm just trying to solve this twisted corner by doing just breaking into it. So I have sage half, sage half, then Rakshit, RXET, and then PC is computer. So sage half named Rakshit and he is operating a computer. Now moving on to the X centers, we have from here, this is solved, so I'll just shoot it here with a U2. So I have this to here, and this is AK for me. Then I have GL. So this will be for me acne glow. This is the letter code for acne glow. And then I have IV TF, which is nothing but IV tube is stuff. So like that kind of object I'll visualize in my mind. Then I have RSHW, which is Ras how. So or I can just remember it as rickshaw. So acne glow. Then I have next is IV tube, which is tough, and then in the rickshaw. And now this I get right here. That means the like these three pieces will be solved. So I just do a U prime. So float to this UFR. So the next UFR com will be XP and then OU. So expow. So expatriate. So a rickshaw, U prime, expatriate. So yeah, this is done with my memo, and with I'll start my execution. So yeah, the first target from the X center is AK. So I'll do AK. Then I have GL, which is I'll do an F2 L prime and do this. Cancel the LF2, and then I have IVTF. So IV, I'll just set up this up to here and do the ALK. And I have TF now, which is I'll just do an L2. And now I have our rickshaw, so RS, and now I'm solving all the uh, pieces, but now I only have this one unsolved, so I'll just bring the UFR X center here by doing a U prime, and then I have X pow as my memo, so I'll do a D2 and solve XP, and I have OU. Yeah, so yeah, this is completing my centers. Yeah, now moving on to the corner execution, I have SJ, which is, and then HF, then I have RX, then ET, and then PC. Yeah, now bear in mind I have a 2 swap here, so later on when I complete the solve I have to deal with corner parity. Yeah, so now let's move on to the edge execution. The first alg that I have is IQ, and if I just see, I've set up this case here, and it is nothing but doing D R, just insert this edge R prime and then undo. So I'll just do this here, and then I have RM, and RM is very simple. It's similar to the way you do the UF alg in 3 style on a 3x3. It's just U prime R prime, and then you have a U prime L U, then R U prime L prime U2. So yeah, that's it. Then I have VD, and VD is also very simple alg. It's just you do a D move, so you just offset this a bit, and then what you have is you just have to do U prime R to U R2, U prime R to U R2, and then D prime. It's nothing but you do this case, which is just you're trying to do this. So what I had was VD, so I just did a D, and it was like M2 case but from the back. So yeah, moving on, we have next is BT. So BT I have set it up here, so B going to T, and this is also very nice alg. It's L prime U L prime U wide L U prime L U slice L prime U prime, and which again cancels up with the interchange move and becomes U2 and then wide L. So yeah, let's do it here. So L prime U L U L U prime L U L prime U2 L. So yeah, now I'm done with that. Now the next case, the next letter after IQRM, and then my memo was VD BT. So I'm done with both of them. Now I have Ghanu, guy named Ghanu. So yeah, this is a nice alg. So GH Gh. So Gh is wide R prime U prime R U prime R to U R prime U prime R to U2 R. So yeah, I'll do this here. And then I have NU. NU is also very nice alg, similar to what you have. Wait, this I did it a wrong one. The similar what you have in this NU in this 3 style UF alg, and what you do is you just do a this M, and then you just do this M2 alg. Similarly, you not an M, but you do a wide R prime, not a wide R prime, slice R prime, and then do this alg. Now I have KS, and KS is an interesting algorithm. So it is nothing but I just do an X prime, and then what I have to do is U R2, then back insert, u r prime u prime r2 u r u prime, and then just cancel this up with a u2. Now next I have jo. Jo is this. It's nothing but if you do an x, you have a u perm kind of from the back, and jo is a fun arc. It's wide r prime setup, and now this goes here to here. So you do a y prime, that will make it easier. Then u prime l u r, u prime l prime u, then just do an f prime r to finish off the setup. Similarly I do it here, r prime u prime l u r, u prime l prime u, just do an f prime r. So that's the way I do it. Now this is very easy. It's lf, next is lf. So if I want to do lf, I just do an m u l u prime m prime u prime l u. Similarly it's wide r u prime l u l u prime m prime u prime l u. And now as experience, it's very easy. Experience is just this piece right here, u prime r u, and then interchanges this wide r like this. And now this is a k4 case. I don't know this case, so what I'll just do is I'll solve these two pieces, and this is nothing but this u perm on the top, and this u perm is really nice. So yeah, this was the one of the first algs that I learned in UFR com. It's r prime u prime wide r u prime r u wide r prime u prime r prime u to r. So I just do that, and now I have these two corners that I have to do. So I'll just do T perm, and what I have is these two cases, and finish it off. So yeah, this is my 4x4 solve. If you saw the memo, it was I think 12 no, not 12. The edges were 5.5 letter chords. The X center were 4 letter chords. The corners was 2.5. So 5.5 and 2.5 is 8 and 12. So 12 letter chords, which is kind of a bit over average, or like just average scramble. So yeah, thanks. I hope this solve was useful. Just leave in the comment if you want more solves like this. I would like to thank cubelelo.com for supporting this channel. You can go right now to cubelelo.com and order your puzzles, and at the checkout you can use the code CubeLang to get 50 off your next order for any number of puzzles. So go and buy, and happy cubing.